Hey everyone, today's video is about when you get injured. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's get going. You're sitting on the couch in a shared apartment that you've called home for a little over a year now. The faint scent of caramel lingers in the air from Bakugo's cooking, and the hum of TV fills the room. It's one of those rare, quiet evenings where you, Katsuki, and Ijiro were all off duty, a welcome respite from your usual hectic lives as pro heroes. Kirishima sprawled out on the rug, his crimson hair a wild mess as he messes with his phone. Bakugo was in the kitchen, sleeves rolled up, stirring a pot of stew. You had joked earlier about him that he looked more like a house husband than the number 2 hero, to which he had grumbled, "Shut up and wait for the food, you dumbass." You smile at the memory, but it fades when the sharp pain shoots through your side. You shift uncomfortably, trying to mask it, but Kirshima's sharp eyes catch the movement. Earlier, you were on a mission, and you had gotten this injury from the guy that was fighting with you, but you had just shrugged it off and didn't tell anyone about it. But now, maybe you were regretting not telling anyone. "You okay, babe?" Kirishima asks, sitting up and looking at you with concern. "I'm fine," you reply quickly, but your voice betrays you. It's tight, strained. Bakugo glances over his shoulder, his crimson eyes narrowing. "That doesn't sound like you're fine. What's wrong?" "I said I'm fine already." You insist, but when you try to adjust your position, a hiss of pain escapes your lips. Kirishima was by your side in an instant, his hand gently resting on your shoulder. "Let me see," he says softly, but firmly. "It's nothing," you protest, but Bakugo wasn't having it. He strides over, wiping his hands on a towel, and crouches in front of you. "Nothing doesn't make you wince like that," he growls. "What the hell happened?" You sigh, knowing there's no escape for their concern anymore. It's just a scrape," you admit reluctantly. "From that patrol that I had earlier. I thought it was fine, but..." Bakugo's eyes flashed with anger. "And you didn't think to tell us?" "It's not that bad." "Let me be the judge of that then." He snaps. "Take off your shirt." Your cheeks flush, and you glance at Kirishima, who's watching you with a mixture of concern and encouragement. "Come on, babe. We just want to make sure that you're okay." Reluctantly, you left your shirt, revealing a bandage on your side. The white gauze was stained with blood, and the skin around it looks red and irritated. Bakugo's jaw tightens, and Kirishima lets out a low whistle. "Babe," Kirishima says, his voice full of worry. "This isn't just some scrape. It looks worse than it is, I promise." You mumble. But even you don't believe that. Bakugo stands abruptly, running a hand through his hair. "Dumb ass," he mutters. "Why the hell didn't you tell us? You've been walking around with this." "It didn't seem like a big deal," you argue. "It is a big deal to us," Kirishima says gently, taking your hand in his. "You're our partner. We're supposed to take care of each other." "Exactly," Bakugo adds, his voice softer now, but no less serious. "You don't get to hide shit like this from us. Sit still. I'll get the first aid kit." You watch as he stalks off, his movements sharp and precise. Kirishima squeezes your hand, his ruby eyes full of warmth. "He's just worried," he says. "We both are." "I know," you reply quietly. "I just didn't want to make a fuss about all of this." Kirishima chuckles softly. "You're dating Bakugo Katsuki. Everything's a fuss." Before you can respond, Bakugo returns with the first aid kit. He kneels beside you, his hands surprisingly gentle as he removes the old bandage. You try not to flirt as much as he cleans the wound, his brows furrowed in concentration. "This is infected," he mutters. If we had waited any longer, it could have gone a lot worse. Thanks, Doc. You quip, trying to lighten the mood. He glares at you. Don't push your luck, Wayan. Kirishima chuckles, sitting beside you and draping an arm over your shoulders. You're lucky he's so good at this stuff. He says, I'd probably just slap a band-aid on it and hope for the best. Because you're an idiot. Bakugo mutters, but there is no real heat in his words. Once the wound was cleaned up and rebandaged, Bakugo sets back on his heels and looks at you sternly. No more hiding shit like this, he says. Got it. You nod. Got it. And you're taking it easy for the next few days. Kirishima adds, no hero work, no training, just rest. But, no buts. Bakugo interrupts. We're not risking you getting worse. You're staying home and that's final. You sigh, but there's no point in arguing with them. Fine, you concede. I'll try my best to rest. Good, Kirishima says, kissing the top of your head. Now, how about we watch a movie or something? Take your mind off of things. Bakugo grunts in agreement. And I'm finishing the damn stew. You two better eat every bite. You smile, leaning into Kirishima's side. Deal. As the three of you settle in for the evening, you can't help but feel grateful. You might have gotten hurt, but with Katsuki and Ujira by your side, you know you'll always be taken care of. Later, after the movie and dinner, and also Katsuki's speech about eating more, and Kirishima's easy laughter, you found yourself sandwiched between them in bed. Kirishima's arm was draped protectively over your waist, and Bakugo's hand rests on your thigh. He's such grounding and warm. Don't ever scare us like that again. Please, I was terrified. Kirishima murmurs against your hair, his voice sleepy. Bakugo huffs, but his voice was softer than usual. Exactly. If you do, I'm tying you to the damn couch next time. You chuckle softly. I promise I won't. Bakugo grumbles something under his breath, but you catch the faintest hint of a smile tugging at his lips as his eyes close. Kirishima presses a gentle kiss to your temple, and you relax, finally allowing yourself to let go of the pain. With them beside you, the world finally doesn't feel so heavy, and for the first time in days, you drift off into a peaceful sleep, knowing that you're exactly where you belong. Thanks for listening. If you liked this video, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and goodbye!